Chelsea. Chelsea's gonna be our Bella model today. So I've put some heat protected cream in her hair. I've sectioned her off, as you can see, and that's really just for control so you don't have a lot of hair to deal with when you're drying. I'm gonna use a large round brush to get the natural curl out of her hair while still keeping the body in. And then I'm gonna go in with the iron and put in Bella's loose waves. So here we go. When you're drying hair, it's always important to go in and dry your root, and then the middle, and then the ends, and that's the best way to get a good blow dry. This brush I really love because the size of the barrel is fantastic because you can do long hair and you can do big enough sections, and it makes it much quicker for you in the mornings. And also, as you can see, it's got a ceramic barrel and the air flows straight through it, so it heats up the hair really nicely, and it gives you a really, really great body. I mean, it sets the hair as you go, which is really nice. Okay, so now we're done with the blow dry, and we're gonna go in and section the hair again. I'm gonna do 2 sections, just like I did when I dried it, just again for control. So I always like to run the iron down the shaft of the hair. When you start at the top, don't let your clip go all the way because you'll make a mark in the hair. So if you just stick the iron in, kind of hold the clip a little bit, run it down, warm that hair up, and then go in and you can start at the bottom. Make sure you get your tip into that iron so that you don't have a fish hook at the bottom. And then you let it go. See how nice and loose and pretty that is? The barrel size on this iron is fantastic. It's 1.25 inches, which will give you a big, loose, beautiful curl. And I'm going to do the same thing all the way up her hair. I'm working with a really hot iron because I work fast, so I don't leave it in very long. But when you're doing it at home, depending on how hot your iron is, you can leave it in, 5 to 10 seconds, whatever you think, wherever if you're feeling your hair like this, once you feel that heat through your hair, it's time to let go. During the filming, Bella, the character of Bella was the only one actually that I didn't create. She had, Kristen had her own hairstylist, but this is what I would do to recreate that look. This has a ceramic barrel, which is really great because the heat disperses very evenly. You don't have hot spots or cold spots. And it also recovers very quickly because as you do hair, of course your barrel is going to cool off because it's heating up the hair. But with this iron, it recovers very, very quickly, so you never have like one section of the hair that didn't curl properly. When you get to the front of the hair, you want to angle your iron so that you can get your ends in. And you're just going to feed it through as you go, as you wind and everything's secure. Then you can wind your end back in. You get that pretty curl that's kind of going towards your face, framing it nicely. See, as I've gotten towards the top, I've got a section that's rectangular, small enough to feed into my iron, and I'm going to a 90-degree angle and giving it some height at the top. You slide your iron out. You kind of like, use your clip to loosen your hair, just kind of like that, so that you don't lose that curl, so that when you take your iron out, you still have a curl there and you're not pulling it out with the heat. When you curl the hair back this way, you can part it anywhere you want because you're going to have the same volume everywhere. Whether you part in the middle, on the side, whatever you want to do. If you want to comb your hair back, you've got that nice height and volume and you don't have like a weird flat spot at your part line. When you over direct hair, it gives you more volume because you're going against the growth pattern. So you're going to get a nice lift at the root. Feed your end through. That's really a beautiful curl. Just lean forward for me, Chelsea. I'm going to put my fingers through your hair. This gives you a nice volume and it also shakes your curls out in a really natural way. So at this point you can use a little hairspray, get some volume in there, put some air through it. Now flip your head back. Look at that. Gorgeous. Really don't have to even really do much more than that. You've got Bella hair.